Alright, I am late to the party, yes, but I'm going to report on it anyway. We are finally getting Dolly Parton fans of vinyl. We're in for a real treat this year. We're finally getting some albums released on vinyl for the first time and some really good quality reissues. Now, this isn't going to be every album, as you can see right here. This is only some. She's got a ton, excluding the Porter Wagner duets and her other things and ends studio albums. She's got tons, I think of almost 50 or over 50. She's got a ton. Now, not all of them are good, yes. Like, I don't know, Great Pretender, which is, I don't count that as a studio album, I count that as Dolly, which is just her singing 60s songs, 60s, 50s songs of what sounds like she'd play on a Casio keyboard, but yeah. These are going to be a handful of albums from over the years in no particular order, other than Tennessee Mountain Home. Tennessee Mountain Home's only being released first because it's a really big album important to her, and it's also a biography album. So that one's been the first one. And I think it's a perfect one to start with. People know it. It's not a sort of more of a hidden gem. And it's a solid album. Perfect for a reissue. Cut from the master tape. And all these are done by Ryan K. Smith, the same guy who did the Coat of Many Colors. So that's why that's not in this at all, because that's already been reissued by them. Done by Ryan K. Smith, using the analog tape on that. And if you haven't got it, go get it. I think they're still selling some. If not, hunt it down. They don't sell for too much on Discogs. If there are a little more, just buy it, because it sounds amazing. I think the best it'll ever sound. I haven't heard an original, but being cut from the master tape itself, it's already going to beat it. It's going to be made much better than the Dynaflex, so just go get it. So, pretty much, he's going to be doing these. Ryan K. Smith, Vinyl Me Please, is doing this this is going to be pretty much the first time they're doing this for a single artist, so it's a subscription, it's not a box set. This could have been one. I was expecting it to be a box set, but I think it was too big. I don't know, but this is a good idea because it just has so many albums. So, right here they said, so it's colored vinyl and it's remastered from the highest quality audio sources, because some of them aren't on tape. Some of them were digital, especially later stuff. So that's the thing, but unlike MoFi, they are making it clear. If it's analog, they'll tell you. If it's not, it's just going to say nothing or highest quality sources. Like, it won't mention it. So, let's go through all these. The first one, like I said, in April, Tennessee Mountain Home. I'm waiting for this to arrive. It would already have come to you. It's shipped on the 15th of April. It's coming to me. It'll take a little longer, or anyone else who's in Australia. It will take a while. So hopefully that's going to be coming soon. So this one is cut. I know it said on here from masters, or from tapes. So I don't think it's the master. It doesn't sound like it, because I've seen it before on other Vinyl Me Please stuff where it says cut using tapes. Using tapes, not masters. So they mentioned tapes. It must be a copy, and it's not like a crappy copy. It's either Sony did a fresh copy, or who knows, maybe this is a second copy that was done decades ago. Who knows? But I'm already hearing this sounds good from a few people. And album-wise, like I said, perfect album to start with. It's solid. I'd say minus her, other than her 3 bluegrass albums, this is the 4th one right behind them. Because it's just so solid, such good songs, and I think it's a good, because it's a lot, pretty much based on her life. Pretty much, it's really well done. It's not a gem. It's not hidden. It's not a classic like a giant one, but it's close. Jolene, I'd say, would be the biggest one. That and 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs, that are 2 big ones from her, but this one isn't far behind. And Here You Come Again as well, that's another one. So that's not on that level of huge, but this is close. So perfect one to start with. I have an original of this, and I'm hoping this fixes her voice being a little distorted. I've played it on a couple good players, same issue, so it's not my setup. So hopefully this fixes it. I think it should, because you're not dealing with Dynaflex, which is thin and hit or miss and whatever they added. Because RCA sometimes did weird, funky things, Dynagroove, all this crap. So this will be, I think, much better. Solid album. Recommend this. Now, next one for May is Little Sparrow, the second of the Bluegrass albums. First time ever reissued on vinyl. I don't think they're going to do it anywhere else. Maybe years later, but at the moment, this is it. And this is on a lavender looking vinyl, 2 discs, so they're spread across because it's a long album. Solid album. Just amazing. These bluegrass, all 3 of them, like I said before, amazing. This is the second one, which is more mountain music and a few Dolly gems thrown in. Like Down from Dover, that's from Fairest of Them All. So this is a really good one. Whereas the first one is Grass is Blue, which is hard to get on vinyl, is pretty much traditional, and then the one after this, Halos and Horns, is pretty much her stuff. So this is that sort of middle ground in between, and I think amazing. So, solid album. Blue Smoke, which is the June drop in June. This is our album from 2014 on colored vinyl. This is not a first time. This has been reissued. It's been released in 2014 from Sony, and in Europe, Vinyl Music on Vinyl did it twice. They did the original black, and then they did a reissue with a colored Blue Smoke, which isn't really obvious. And I've shown in my Dolly Parton collection video, it is not the most obvious at all. This one's more obvious, and I think it looks much better. It has a bit of smokiness to it. Yeah, so this includes this mystery bonus merch. So I'm not sure what they'll be. We'll see what it is. Who knows? And I'm going to make a video comparing these two when I get it. And pretty much compare which one's good. This one or the one that Music on Vinyl did. They do good reissues. They have reissued some stuff before, but I haven't heard good things, and especially those are digital, so who knows. Now this album's already digital, but who knows. We'll see what Ryan K. Smith does. Solid album. It's got some bluegrass, and it's got some covers. The last recorded duet, I believe, from Kenny Rogers and Dolly when they were together. And great album. So, this is her first album with RCA in 1968. This is the July drop, Just Because I'm a Woman. On this peachy vinyl, not sure that makes sense. Thought it would maybe be color of this, that. I don't know why yellow, but who knows. Maybe Dolly picked it for some reason. But this album pretty much is... It's not bad. It's got some good songs on it. It's one to keep for the collection. It's going to sound good from Analog. This is going to be Analog for sure. They mimicked here the original label, which is pretty cool. I like this label. I wish we had it here in Australia. It's a lovely label. But yeah, it's got the bridge, got on there, title track, Allwell's Love You, which is, you could say, a precursor to I Will Always Love You. So it's a little bit of a thing. It's a little goofy song, but it's a similar title, which is funny. So that's the drop there. August, we are getting 9 to 5 Odd Jobs. Of course, it has the track 9 to 5. And it's got some other albums that's all themed on work stuff in it. So it's a good album, except for, I'd say that the cover of The House of the Rising Sun's a little throwaway. It's like, you didn't try on that one. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. It really doesn't. But I'd say it's not bad. This one's, her last only couple good albums from the 80s. Because the rest were like, Burlap and Satin, Great Pretender, like I said before. And then, was it Rainbows? Like, nah. You might like those, but I don't. They're definitely just pop, or not so good pop with it painted with a little bit of Dolly paint on them. Backwoods Barbie. This is the first ever release to vinyl with the bonus mystery merch. This one I am hoping Ryan K. Smith gets a good source and it's not compressed like the CD. The CD was a little loud and compressed, like Blue Smoke has that same issue as well. So I'm hoping it fixes it, because for a country album, it doesn't need to be that loud and compressed. You're not recording a grunge album, you're recording a country album. So, good album that bounced her back in a popularity, even though some of the albums before were pretty good, but didn't sell too well. Bluegrass albums. So this one's going to be a good one, people know. And this matches her dress. So that marble, this white matches a bit there. This yellow matches more the truck. Here the yellow matches more the truck. It's September drop. October is her debut album, first ever and only one for Monument. Everything else after that is just 45s and other odds and ends. This is going to be Analog for sure, hopefully from the master, because that is in Nashville, I believe. So, amazing. So this album is a good start. I'd say there's some songs here and there, like some are good, some are like okay, like I don't know. But my favorite though is you got Dumb Blonde, which is the hit, but I Don't Want to Throw Rice is one that I find hilarious, because especially towards the end, it's with she talks about attaching dynamite to a car. It's like, whoa, it's a good little goofy song. Yeah, so this will be good to have. I do one day want to get an original, even if it's a little scratched. It's just a little cool thing to have in the collection. I am going to get one at a reasonable price with shipping and all that. It's like, some people find them in America cheaper. Who knows? If I go there, I'll see what I can get. I was originally this year, but airfares, prices, put a kibosh on that, so who knows if I'll find that, but I have this as a good playing copy. November is one that I think a lot of people will love. This one is Jolene. I Will Always Love You. The album, it has the 2 hits on it. A lot of people have this album. This one was released in Australia. I have a original Australian pressing, which sounds really good. Really good. I got that for 20. And then the Sony reissue, the We Are Vinyl reissue, is like 50, 60 bucks Australian. And it's like digital source and all that. This is going to be analog. It'll be good. The album, like you've got like minus the 2 hits, you've got a few good songs in here. The other parts of the album, it's good as a whole listen, but personally, I don't know. I don't know. Not as memorable for me in my taste. But a lot of people love this one, so good on you if you love the whole thing. My second one that I am dying to get. This is all the way in December though. So it's going to be a bit of a wait. Halos and Horns. This is on 2 vinyl. And includes the mystery merch. Like I said before, this one is pretty much Dolly written songs. So like the others, the different types. Great album. Amazing album, I should say. First time on vinyl, and I think these will go for a good amount. Get these while you can. And I will show you how to in a sec. Got Better Day, which has been on vinyl before in 2011. Interesting though that the original pressing was on 2 discs, I believe. It was on 2. It was like on a butterscotch vinyl, sort of like that butterfly, the similar color. And then this one is on 1 disc. So I would love to get my hands on an original of this, but way too much. I don't know. Yeah, way too much. So it'll be interesting how this one will fare between those 2, but maybe because Ryan K. Smith did this one, it'll be a little better because this album was very compressed on the CD. I think one of the most compressed. So it'll be interesting how that goes. But yeah, January, that's the drop. This is the one I'm the least interested. My care is at the lowest for this one. Those Were the Days. It's a covers album. Interesting concept where she sings it with the original singers, where she can. Not with Blowing in the Wind, she didn't, because Bob Dylan didn't want to do it. I'm not sure what happened there, but interesting concept, but the album is This one I may keep. I may not even open it. I might just keep it sealed. I might either keep it in the collection or sell it. I might keep it to have the whole set. Who knows? One of the 2. We'll see what I do. So this one I don't really care for, really. And the last one, New Harvest, First Gathering from 1977. This is the final drop in March and includes the mystery merch, whatever that one will be. This album's not bad. I have an original Australian of this. I found it in the $5 pile. You can get this easily. Just like 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs, you can get it pretty cheap. I think this one, 9 to 5, Odd Jobs, 80s, early, mid 80s stuff, you can get cheap here in Australia. They're common. This one, I think I'll keep and then get rid of the original. I don't play this album much, but I'll still keep this one. I know it's got Light of a Clear Morning on it. It's going to be, so. But I don't know, this one I'm not too crazy about because the original label. But yeah. Of course, you've got all the records here in a big, and out of print. And a lot of these will be pressed at GZ vinyl, which have been gotten good. Some people say they're hit or miss, but I say they're doing pretty good. At least my experience so far, they've been doing pretty good. Maybe they've gotten better over time. Some people have said it's mainly their stuff from the early mid 2010s and down and spotty and not really good. Some say they're still not good. It depends, but so far for me, I've gotten pretty lucky. So, the plans you can get, international, which is what I got, is the $45 a month. And that's how much you pay. It's a lot, but it's a box set technically that you're getting in a piece by piece each month. So, free shipping, which is included with that. So, it's, I'd say, still a good deal. Box sets wise, it's pretty good. Remember, Beatles in mono was, off memory, it was $500 and something. Now it's over $2,000, so it's not that bad. And then you can get the 1 month, which is pretty crazy. You can pay each month, and I think you can just keep getting them, and if you want to stop, you can stop. This is the US pricing. It's just not too bad. They had it was a free 6 and 12. This one is an 11-month, but so you won't get the first year, but yeah. So they changed it a little bit. It says here it's curated for the subscribers of this limited engagement and will not include via MP swap feature. Additionally, these albums cannot be guaranteed as swaps for other tracks, so you cannot swap them. You can talk about here, it's hiding some of their other articles and some FAQs, which I won't go through. I can add your email, and yeah. And that's about Code of Many Colors. Now, they did do shop. Let me check in shop. They had they're doing, as well as that club, they are doing releases outside of that. Here we are. So they're doing albums outside of it as well. So this is the first one they're doing, Pure and Simple. This is the first time it's been released on vinyl. This is from 2016. They are doing that. You can buy it, pre-order it right here as the recording of this video. If you're already in the group, you get a few dollars off, which is awesome. And this will be shipping in July. So this will take a while, but you can get it. They're only making, I believe, 2,000 of these, so good amount. But we'll see how it goes in the second-hand market. Just like with all these, it'll be interesting how it will go in the second-hand market. Yeah, exclusive, and then Ryan K. Smith's doing it. He's got a lot of work with Dolly stuff. Pressing, GZ, of course, Sterling Sound and all that. So, this is the extra, and hopefully we will see what else they will do in between. Hopefully the grass is blue. Come on. I really want that. I'm not spending crazy money. I'll keep saying it because I really want that album. I found the CD for a few bucks. So, I found that a few months ago. Oh no, almost a year ago. Actually, I found another Dolly CD recently, cheap. So, I have it on CD for now, but I want the vinyl version. I love that album. So, we'll see what happens. But so far, this is the first one. It's going to ship later, but I'm not too crazy. I haven't listened to this album much, a few times. It's actually pretty good. Actually not bad, but I'll have to see what my impressions are. Listen to it some more. the Harvest on vinyl in the collection, and they'll see. They'll sell it, keep it, who knows. So, I am definitely looking forward to this. Each mum's going to be really good. So, Dolly fans, vinyl fans, Dolly vinyl fans, this is a good year. And then you got that record store day as well. It's a good year. So, I'm not complaining. I have a couple of things, but I'm just thankful we got this much. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Wanted Vinyl Crow, Pinball Crow 98. Sorry, and I will see you on the next one. Keep spinning that vinyl. Peace.